So thank you for the introduction. Let me briefly say that you can check out the chat for a link to download the slides and also our publication. And let me talk a little bit about rewritings, which is a notion that we study in our paper. So let me start with a definition. Consider two fragments of first-order logic, L and L prime. Now we say that a theory T prime that is defined in the L prime language is a rewriting of another theory T that is defined in L if for all fact sets F over the signature of T, we have that these two ontologies are equisatisfiable. So if we can always compute such a rewriting for every theory in T, then we say that the language L is rewritable to L prime. So what is our motivation for studying this notion? So the first part is theoretical. We would like to better understand the expressivity of first-order logic fragments. And the second one is practical. What we want to do is we want to reduce existing reasoners across different first-order logic fragments. So how do we do this? Assume that we have two languages and that the first one is rewritable to the second one. Now consider an ontology T union F, where T is an L theory and F is a fact set. Now what we can do is we can compute an equisatisfiable theory, T prime union F, where T prime is a L prime theory. And what we can do later is use an L prime reasoner to decide if this theory is satisfiable. In turn, the result determines whether the initial theory is satisfiable or not. Now, what is exactly our contribution here? We established that the DL Al-Sheikh is rewritable into some rule-based languages. So this is the definition of Al-Sheikh that we consider. We define this language via normal form with 8 axioms. So note that A, B, and C are concept names, R, S, and V are role names. Here we have the translation into first-order logic that yields the semantics of this language. We also talk about disjunctive existential rules, which are first-order logical formulas of this form. So these are implications where this is a conjunction of atoms and this is also a conjunction of atoms. Note that all of the variables in the body of the rule, this part are universally quantified, whereas the variables appearing in the heads of the rule may be universally and existentially quantified. Furthermore, note that all of the universally quantified variables in the head of the rule also appear in the body. So we consider different fragments that contain these type of formulas. We have data log union existential, which is the set of all disjunctive existential rules. And then we also have these subfragments of this language. So at this point, let me say that rewritings have been studied in previous publications. Here we have some related work. If you download the presentation, you can see the bibliography after the slide set. So what's the information that we have in this table? We have the input DL language, the output rule-based language, and then here we have a column where we indicate whether these rewritings can be computed in exponential or polynomial time. Furthermore, we're making rewritings with a dagger if they produce rules of bounded size that do not depend in the input tables. So just one remark before I move ahead, all rewriting techniques from expressive DLs into disjunctive data log or data log will produce rule sets of exponential size or rules that have unbounded arity. This is because of some constraints that follow from complexity theory. Here, expressive DLs mean those that are more expressive than EL++. So what is our contribution here? So we propose a rewriting from Al-Sheikh into the set of all disjunctive existential rules that works in polynomial time and produces rules of bounded size, and also rule sets that are terminating. So what do we mean by this? So terminating data log union existential is the language of all rule sets of disjunctive existential rules that terminate with respect to the data log first restricted chase. So the chase is a bottom-up materialization algorithm that is sound and complete for disjunctive existential rules. And here we're looking at the data log first restricted variant of this algorithm. So data log first because we apply data log rules with higher priority, and restricted because we only apply rules with existentially quantified variables in the head if these rules are not already satisfied by the set of facts that has been produced during the computation of the chase. We also have another result, which is a little bit of a follow-up from the results that we've seen in the previous slide, that states that Al-Sheikh is rewritable in polynomial time to disjunctive data log. But in this case, we produce rules of unbounded size, more precisely of unbounded arity, as the results that we saw in the previous slide. So in the last 2 minutes of this presentation, I'm going to discuss a simplified theorem where I discuss that ALC is rewritable in polynomial time into terminating data log union existential, producing rules of bounded size. So this is the definition of ALC, also defined using a normal form with just 4 different types of axioms. So in the last slide of the presentation, I showed you how to compute arrow writing for an ALC theory into a set of terminating disjunctive existential rules. So let me briefly explain the rules that we produce here in the rewriting. So in the first block, you can see that we are translating all of the axioms in the DL theory into existential rules that are logically equivalent. The only exception is here the translation of this axiom, where we add this extra atom that allows us to track the successor relationship. So if at some point during the computation of the chase, we introduce an element to satisfy this existential restriction for another element, we will relate this to via the successor relationship. Now we have another block of rules that is used to identify elements that are of the same type. So what do I mean by same type here? What I mean is that these two elements are subsumed by exactly the same set of classes. So here we have some rules that basically force us to derive whether an element is in A or a class that is used to represent the negation of A, and some rules that are used to identify if two elements belong in the same type. And finally, we have this last data log rule that what it's doing is it allows us to reuse elements that have been introduced during the computation of the chase to satisfy existential restriction. And because of this rule, we can guarantee that these disjunctive existential rules that will terminate with respect to the data log first restricted chase. Note that if we didn't have this rule right here will produce an infinite number of successors, but using this one, we can reduce these successors and satisfy all existential restrictions using a finite number of elements. So in spirit, this is very, very similar as using the blocking techniques that we have seen in Tableau algorithms, but is all implemented using the functionality of the data log first restricted chase. So thank you very much for your attention. Again, if you want to access the paper, here we have a link. And if you get the slides, you can more carefully consult the references that I've quoted throughout the presentation. Thanks for your attention again.